You don't need to hear anybody else. Why do you need to hear more than Kingdom Soldier?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
you mean OpTic Kingdom Soldier?
He said lip reading it is.
Mobile Kingdom.
Soldier.
I don't know how to put it on mobile.
We need mobile KS. You don't get mobile.
Oh, I don't get mobile.
Holy
Sorry,
cow,
guys.
200 people.
That's
200.
I just tweeted it out.
200 people and no sound. Let's go.
They can hear you now, right? You guys can hear them? Yeah, there we go. They can hear you.
Can you hear Hitch? He's the most important one to hear.
Hello, Oilers fan. I've seen you in the stream before. All right,
he was creeping when we were testing the stream.
We're gonna walk through. What time is it? 8:48. So we're gonna limit this to an hour because this is gonna go on my channel. So we're gonna walk through. Hello, guys. Hi. We're gonna walk through the top 8 North American teams and some of the teams that shocked everybody. Because I didn't get to watch the whole. I guess the team rage quit earlier, and I didn't get to see that. I wanted to hear about that from you guys, and then we're gonna kind of walk through the top 8 teams, including TK. So just be ready to cry, get your tissues out. It's gonna hurt your feelings a little bit. And yes, I do live in Seattle, OpTic Rhino, and I don't want to do a secret meetup.
I don't.
Unless you can get
in an alley
Crim6 to come with you, then that would be acceptable because he lives out here too. So I'm gonna start actually by asking Fatty.
Whoa!
Because you were on the STiKS last week and you gave a top 4 predictions,
and it sucked.
4 COD Champs. Do you remember the 4 teams that you said?
Yes, I did. I said Rise, which I believe they are out. SB knocked them out in round 3 of losers, so that's not too horrible. Yeah. I also said FaZe, who's still in it, so they're going to be playing SB here, right? Round 4.
Yep.
Because they lost tonight to Call, which is acceptable. So they could still be top 4. Also, TCM, which I don't even know what happened to. They lost.
They got knocked out pretty early.
They lost in round 2 of losers to Rise. So that was kind of unlucky.
Yeah, they got 3-2.
I mean, it's hard to pick when you don't know what the bracket looks like, and Hitch was saying that earlier. So
you still have Cole and FaZe left. It is hard. It was very hard to predict last week, but hey, you have 2 out of 4 teams. I mean, that's not bad. I'm in the same boat, which I shouldn't be, because technically I had Cole, FaZe, TK, and Epsilon. No one in their right mind would have thought that TK's first event not finishing top 4 would be the Call of Duty Championship. So let's actually just start with TK. So they got eliminated in... Can you guys hear my kids laughing like that?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. They're watching the movie Turbo with the little snail that is like... That movie makes no sense. Like, that races cars or whatever. And they're just dying in my room.
It's a good show.
But so TK got eliminated in round 1 of the losers bracket. Now I know nobody wanted them to win because people are crying because they wanted Envy to progress. But did any of you guys see that happening? Did you see it happening? And I didn't get to watch it. Like, how was the match?
I didn't get to watch it either.
I got to watch the whole thing, and it was just really frustrating to watch.
Really?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm TK all day. I'm a completely TK fanboy. But watching them play OpTic and then losing to EnVyus, it was frustrating as a fan of the team and organization. Like it went down to round 5 and map 4 on Strike Zone Dom. They absolutely annihilated EnVyus, and then it went to Octane S&D, where Cole just annihilated them at Columbus, and I saw that map come up, and I was like, damn it. It was just like, come on.
Now, was it true that I think somebody was tweeting that Rambo was using a Bulldog on Octane?
Yes.
Search and Destroy?
He was going 7-1 on Search and Destroy with a Bulldog.
That's it, I gotta use it.
What?
I gotta use it.
How is that even possible? Like, how do you use a Bulldog on Octane?
Like,
he uses the Bulldog on every map. When I was at the Envy house, he was using the Bulldog like every single map for Search.
Like no matter what map it was.
Yeah, because I mean he would just know what route to take, and he would kill somebody with the Bulldog and then pick up that person's gun. Like, it was He's crazy.
He's a sneaky player. So
sneaky beaver.
Yeah, he's a very sneaky player. Awesome, 400 viewers. I see that. That's pretty sweet. So I'm very sad that I missed the match. I was watching Twitter like crazy, and then I saw that OpTic was beating TK, and I gotta be honest, like I just didn't expect that. I did say on Twitter that if OpTic didn't win that match, it was done. It was over. And I thought that was the end of their COD Champs road. And then OpTic does what none of us would have ever expected and climbed their way into the winners finals against Complexity. What in the world led to OpTic Gaming getting all the way up into the winners finals? Like, what were they doing well all day?
Bose was playing really well. I think that's really what made the whole difference, because he's the person that has to play consistent.
Yeah.
He's the one that everybody's kind of like looking to, like him and also like Nate Shot as well. But I mean, Bose was just playing like phenomenal. He was on top of the leaderboards with Scump like half the maps they played. So I think that's really the only thing.
I think I saw you tweet out, Hitch, that you were like, you said you'd never seen this Bose before or something like that.
I tweeted so much today, man. I don't even know. But yeah, I said, I did say something like that. Like, oh yeah, like what is this Bose on? That's what I said. Like, I don't know. Dude was going off.
So the surprise, I think, of the day for OpTic was when they beat SB. I know that they played them on LAN for a week, so they probably had a little bit of an advantage. But I definitely didn't see OpTic Gaming taking down Strictly Business. You know, I always thought that SB had a little bit of an advantage, and they still have a chance in this tournament. So anybody that had them, unlike me, which I probably should have, but anybody that had them at the top in their bracket, I mean, they're going to play against FaZe. Who do you guys have winning that match? Who? FaZe versus SB. Who's going to win?
I think SB's going to take that.
We're going to hold you to it on Twitter.
All right. I think SB's going to take it, man.
You think SB's going to beat FaZe?
It's just a team of 4 Slayers. They're crazy.
Well, I mean, how much money is that match for? I'm trying to do the math in my head.
They're top 6 right now, so that's 50K guaranteed, and top 3. No, wait, that would be top 4, wouldn't it? If they win.
Yeah.
I think 80K.
80K.
Jeez.
Yeah, 80K.
$80,000.
So wait, for 4th place, and then 3rd place. How much does 3rd place get? 150.
Third place is 120.
Oh wow. Man, see, that's playing for a lot of money. I saw Saints tweeted out. He said, "I'm guaranteed $12,500 myself, but it's not about the money."
Wow. Whatever.
I
don't know if the COD esports.tv/stat sheets. I think the Reddit people are doing this. I don't know if it's correct, but if it is up to this point, Saints has a 1.22 KD through 23 maps.
1.22 through 23 maps.
1.22?
Yeah,
are you kidding?
No, and Apathy has a 1.27. So, but you know what's crazier is Proofy is 1.31. So I hope that's accurate. Yeah, I mean through 24 maps that has to be fairly accurate, right?
Yeah, like I think Apathy had a bad search game, their last game against OpTic, their last map. And I saw people thrashing him on Twitter, and I was like, y'all have not been watching SB. If you think that, Apathy's to blame for this, the dude drops numbers every game. It's crazy.
No, yeah, Apathy's good. He's the thing that I find that's interesting about SB and how they win is that they're a total team. Like, there's not, the super slayer, and I think that's what wins these days. Is you've got Complexity, who just all around everybody on the team is good. I mean, I was watching their last match, and what TP was doing was just ridiculous. He was embarrassing, like on Freight Blitz. He was just. I was watching when they were playing Freight Blitz, and it was just like the things he was doing it was just embarrassing. It was like the way his drop shot and jump shot and everything was. It was obvious that they were gonna. I thought it was obvious that they were gonna take FaZe, and they did. They took him down. But I think if FaZe can beat SB. So let's say OpTic falls into the losers bracket, which everybody is predicting. Except for everybody in the chat, hopefully. They're greenwalling like crazy in there. So somebody said no gameplay. Yeah, no gameplay. So let's say OpTic Gaming falls into the losers bracket finals, and let's say they play against FaZe. Let's say FaZe wins that match, and FaZe goes up against who's gonna win between FaZe and EnVyus if in the losers bracket final or semi.
I don't know. That's going to be a great game, though.
Yeah, that'd be a great game.
Coin flip. That's going to come down to fifth map, in my opinion.
It's going to come down to how. I think it's going to come down to how pissed off Proofy is, or how pissed off they are that Proofy left.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that rivalry.
Yeah, so
they're not happy. I'm proud. I mean, yeah, everybody. You know, I'm not saying I hated on EnVyus, but I did say I questioned the roster, but I can't say that I'm not happy for those guys. You know, like
I mean, you can't. I don't know. Like you can question. I mean, I questioned the roster too. Like if you would have told me that roster like last year or a couple months ago, that would have been weird. But I mean, you got to remember the situation they were put in. They didn't have anybody else to really choose from. I mean,
yeah,
they just had. I mean, Proofy left, Scump left, and so they had to pick up. You know.
Well, Nameless. Like I have no clue why LV ever dropped Nameless. Dude's an animal. I mean, he did good in Philly. He pretty much carried them in Philly through a few maps, and then they're like, oh well. Yeah, well, we're gonna have Ricky.
Yeah,
he's better at search.
That just comes down to I saw a tweet from Parasite. It was a while ago that Killa and Miracles just didn't want to play with Nameless anymore, which it's frustrating when because that's just a stupid way to drop a player on a team.
So basically, what you're saying is Killa and Miracles didn't want to go to Champs. Is that what you're saying?
Basically, what they
shot shooted.
Wow, shots fired.
Yeah, shots fired. Oh man, there's 600 people watching this. Twitter's gonna go crazy.
Drama alert, shots fired.
Drama alert nation. Yeah, we are now 679 viewers.
Nice.
So if you guys have any questions in the chat, just type them. Goalie's kind of watching the chat, so we'll make sure to get to your guys' questions that you have.
I'm trying to.
And if you are from the EU, go ahead and put that in the chat because you guys are just awesome. I know it's like 4 in the morning or something over there, and that's ridiculous. So let's say, let me flip it. So let's say SB beats FaZe. Who wins between SB and EnVyus?
Shoot. That's hard.
Is the skill gap that small these days? Like it's hard.
Skill gap
I think that's the problem.
That's the problem. I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes, but this game is a coin flip between every team, and we've seen it multiple times in the past. The only team that really has that step forward is Complexity, and that's just because they know every situation, and their gun skill is that on point. But I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like you could play a best out of 9, and then somebody could go 3-0, and then the other team could go 3-0. It's just I don't know. I just think it's a coin flip, just in general, you know.
Between SB and EnVyus.
Between anyone.
So you're saying even between? I mean, but if I said Complexity and Xfinity, would you give it?
Well, that's what he said. Anybody but Cole.
Anybody but.
Oh, so if you just eliminate Complexity out of contention, any other team could beat any other tean
that we have as of now. I think so.
That we have left.
Even daughters. Yeah. I think daughters can go toe to toe with anybody. I mean, we've seen it.
You think they could eliminate EnVyus tomorrow?
I think they could, depending on the day.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, if anybody's taking daughters lightly right now, then they have a problem because I mean, you're playing for obviously $100,000, and this team has made it this far. Why would you take anyone lightly? You know?
Well, I honestly think at this stage, no one's taking anyone lightly. I think the teams that are left are the teams that took every match seriously. Like there was they didn't, and especially for the teams that are in the losers bracket, like Strictly Business, they dropped down in round 2, and they beat Vitality and they beat Rise, and now they're gonna, EnVyus, same thing. Like those guys dropped into the first round of the losers bracket, and everybody was saying that like Study looked so defeated when they got kicked down to the losers bracket, like someone had just stepped on his cat or something like that. And for them to pull it together and beat TK and then Epsilon back to back, like that was huge. And then they go up against Vex and they 3-0 them, and now they're gonna play Daughters tomorrow, for to see who goes to the loser semis. And I think EnVyus is one of those teams that the reason they're doing so well is because they have a great captain. Like, in my opinion, I just think Merc is a great captain. Everybody looks at him like he's really old, but he's not actually that old. I know
I'm really old.
He's way younger. I was gonna say he's way younger than me, and so he might be older than Goalie, but you know, it's because
I hope he is.
Goalie's 15, so.
Oh
Wait,
yeah,
really?
yeah, that's right. I'm 15. No.
It's
I was like,
what?
His Twitter handle is OpTic Fanboy. You know, no, I think everybody that is left has taken every single match seriously. Because if you didn't, you know, Strictly Business going up against Vitality, Rise. I mean, if they didn't take those matches seriously, they would have got beat. You know, Rise was not playing around when they beat LV and Justice Pro at regionals and kicked both of them basically out of the tournament. You know, and so I think Rise Nation is very happy with how they finished because they finished. I can't even do I think top 8. They got out in round 3. I think they finished top 8, so that's in the money. I don't know exactly how much they got, but I know that last year 8th place got $32,000. So that's a pretty huge deal. Like that's more than winning an MLG tournament. You know, that's getting more money than that. So the prediction of the hour, and I want you guys to type in the chat as well. Ake said he's going to easily 3-0 OpTic tomorrow. Ooh, is that true?
That was true. During the post-game interview with iJustine.
I thought JCap said something, or not JCap. TP said something like that earlier in the day too. Like we're gonna roll through everybody, 3-0 everybody, something like that.
I think he said something like being delusionally cocky is his strategy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you think about it, you know, Complexity, they win based off of mind games a lot of the times. You know, they have great strategy, great gun skill, but you know, they're the ones that kind of originally brought the super hype, yelling at people. And well, I guess, besides Farico, not Farico. It was
Impact.
Epsilon then, Impact, whatever you want to call them, LV. But I think Complexity really started bringing the mind games in, and I think that's why, you know, somebody asked what they think or how they think OpTic will do against Complexity. I think that could really mess up OpTic. Do I have like a booger? Everybody's
Disciple TK, one of my buddies, he said in the chat, I'm trying to mod you, Disciple. I don't know why it's not working. He said in the chat that OpTic paid the TK players $1,000 each to lose. OpTic Gaming. All right, you guys tell me in the chat, and I'm going to ask you guys each as well. Who wins between OpTic and Complexity, and what's the map count? And I'll start with Hitch.
No. All right. What do I think will happen? Complexity 3-0. What do I want? What do I want to happen is I want somehow for OpTic to pull it through, and then for Complexity to come through losers, so that we have OpTic Complexity in grand finals, because I think that'll pull in like I can't even imagine how many viewers. Like,
a lot of viewers.
The EU guys would be setting their alarms for 2 in the morning or whatever. So.
Okay, we got
a lot of
OpTic fans.
All right. Crush for the win.
He said, "Hitch, don't say that." Thanks, OpTic Kingdom Soldier.
OpTic Kingdom Soldier, man.
OpTic Kingdom Soldier. There we go.
I'll coach them one day. You know, we'll see. Oh, Reaper's in here. I can't catch your name, Reaper. There's too many people. I tried. Sorry, bro. Type again. I'll try to catch you. So let's move over to Goalie. Who wins between OpTic and Complexity, and what's the map count?
I'm going to say 3-1 Complexity. I really think that you got to give it to Complexity, one. Like, there's no reason that Complexity shouldn't win. But then again, look what we saw with OpTic and TK. So I think that OpTic can definitely take a map off of them. They should win the Search and Destroy. Hands down.
Yeah.
Complexity is not a very good Search and Destroy team compared to all the other pro teams.
Okay.
So I think they take the search and destroy, and complexity takes all the respawns.
So
If
before
if it goes to map 5 though, it's going to be round 11.
Wow. So if I go to Fatty, before I go to Fatty, with his OpTic green hat and shirt, so he just doesn't have the OpTic beard, but he's got it.
I can get the jersey,
green.
and I got the OpTic goatee.
And you got the OpTic goat. OpTic goat. Ooh, that would be a good name.
Yeah, that's
goat.
my name.
Really?
No.
That's a sniping. We gotta get you an OpTic goat jersey. Well, isn't that like White Boy 7th Street's thing or something like that?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he calls people goats. Is there vetoing at this tournament, or did I miss that?
I think there is, right?
So why have I seen Complexity play Freight Blitz like twice?
Yeah, who would ever?
Because
who's not
teams,
vetoing that?
Yeah, I don't understand that. I've seen that a couple times too.
I've seen Strike Zone Dom every single like, map. Like everybody that's playing is always playing Strike Zone.
Who in the world, especially FaZe, why would you Freight Blitz? Like, it was their map that whatever they wanted to play that important. I mean, the first thing I would ever do against Complexity, and yes, I know SB beat them, blah blah blah. Everybody's gonna say that to me, but you know, at regionals, and I think another team beat them at regionals as well on Freight. But it's their win percentage in Blitz in general. Their win percentage on Freight is probably, I think me and Fatty were talking like 98, 97%. You know, they're gonna win.
It's high,
and I don't understand why you wouldn't just instantly veto that. And if OpTic doesn't do that tomorrow, I'm gonna be shocked. Like, if they don't veto Freight Blitz, and I think it was. Oh,
we lost.
Yeah.
The webcam.
Who did we lose?
Am I back? Am I back?
Hitch. No,
the
but you're there. We see you. Yeah, you're coming back. All right, there you go.
There we
no
go.
idea.
You're back.
It's that Walmart internet, that Dollar Tree internet.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You said the Walmart internet?
Yeah, the Dollar Tree internet.
That's the kind of internet I have.
I got Comcast cable. I'm ready to go.
I got
all right, Fatty. So, give me your prediction. Complexity OpTic map count.
All right. I'm going to say Complexity because who would willingly bet against them? But I'm going to say... shoot.
You guys retweet while he's talking. Get the
I would say
to 1,000.
3-2 because I think OpTic might come out hot and win the first two.
Yeah.
And you know, Complexity is one that a couple of them will warm up and a couple won't, or at least, you know, I don't know. We'll see. But I think if Complexity doesn't warm up like they should, it's going to go 3-2.
3-2 to who? Complexity?
Yes, Complexity. But I think OpTic will pull off the first two games, that would be Domination and the Search and Destroy. And then the Blitz will energize Complexity and they will roll.
So it's over after that.
Yeah.
After the energy.
Especially if it's Freight Blitz.
They can't, like, it was Nade Shot, I believe, or Scumpy or somebody that said, when you go up against Complexity, you veto Freight Blitz immediately. Yeah. I believe it was an OpTic player that made me really open my eyes to, dang, these guys. Crush said, goalie, don't be nervous.
I'm looking at Complexity stats. I hope these are up to date. But it says they've played 18 maps, 8 Domination, 6 Blitz, and 4 S&D. And if this is right, they've won all of their Domination, all of their Blitz, and have lost 2 S&D.
They've won every respawn they've played?
I mean, as long as this is correct. I mean, I'm going off of stats from people from COD Esports.tv. So
they lost one map. They lost one map in pools, and who?
I think this is just the bracket, though.
Oh, it's just bracket play.
Yeah.
Well, they 3-0'd TCM, so they 3-0'd Xfinity, so that's 6. They 3-2'd FaZe, right? Or was it 3-1?
3-1. It was 3-1.
So that's 9.
3-1. Yeah, so it incled pool play. They only lost 2 maps this whole tournament. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't go against them.
Yeah,
wow,
that's crazy.
They won
anybody
every
in the chat
respawn?
that wants to bet,
That's ridiculous.
I mean, but then again, like, I don't know, just the whole TK OpTic thing.
What do you mean? Yeah.
Like, it says 18 to 2 map count. That'd be 20 maps. So we're missing a couple in there.
They lost 2 S&D.
Well, they lost a FaZe and they lost one in group play.
Okay.
That's
and what were those S&Ds?
I didn't get to watch the full FaZe complexity match, so I don't know.
Me neither.
Disciple.
I was playing with the kids. Disciple's silly. All right, so my prediction: OpTic Gaming versus Complexity. I'm gonna say it's gonna go all 5 maps, and OpTic Gaming is gonna win. I'm going against all of you.
Do you want me to go get my OpTic jersey for you? I can.
We can switch shirts, Fatty.
Okay,
I'll tell you why. So, I honestly think that the way Imbo's played today, he's gonna keep playing that way. I think he's playing for his spot on the team. I mean, not anymore. There's no roster changes that are gonna happen. They're finishing top 3, and I think they go to the winners finals. And I think it was maybe Hitch that said that Complexity. Well, you said OpTic would come back, but I think Complexity goes to losers and wins. I don't think SB or FaZe or T1 Daughters. I don't think or EnVyus. I don't think any of them beat Complexity. I think Complexity goes back up against OpTic, and we have hopefully all 11 maps just like we did last year, and we have the epic search and destroy
clutch at the end
for $100,000, for 50 G's basically per person, and so I would love to see that. Like, in my mind, OpTic Complexity finals, it doesn't get any better than that.
That's what we all want. I think that's what everyone wants.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better.
As much I want to see EnVyus do well. Those guys are awesome. But as far as like esports and growing and getting viewers, we all want Complexity versus OpTic.
So wait, you don't think that, like, if it happened, you don't think an OpTic EnVyus?
Oh, that would be the most epic thing ever.
OpTic Envy would be amazing. The rivalry between those two teams is crazy.
Yeah,
but
I think that would be the best thing for esports. But
so then who's going to take down Complexity though? If it's
I
that's
don't
going to be
think
the
that's
final.
I don't think that's going to happen. I'm just saying that would be better. Like, that would be like the
hypothetically, that would be better.
But you got to think. You're thinking it through the talent pool and things like that. You got to think through the eyes of an OpTic fan. Who do they hate the most? Complexity.
Well,
so they're all going to be
whoever's winning.
That's through the eyes of a TK fan, an SB fan,
pretty much anyone who wants their team to win,
and anybody fan.
They want Complexity to lose. So that's going to get the most viewers. And
it was crazy. I was in Anaheim when Complexity was playing Impact.
Yeah.
And I have never seen so many people root for Complexity, and how that became like everybody's favorite team for 5 seconds until they started winning everything. And then now it's like they're the Impact of ghosts.
They still had good fans until Clayster left. They were still liked by a whole bunch of people because all of Clayster's fans, they loved Complexity. But then when Clayster left, and I think he's a solidified OpTic member for the next for the next Call of Duty, as long as I don't think Clayster gets traded.
I think OpTic has their set team. I think they have their perfect team for being able to compete, and as well as their whole social media thing. I don't think they can have a better core. I mean, especially if Bose keeps playing like this. I mean,
yeah, I agree. And
Bose was the only one going off when they were getting destroyed by Epsilon.
Well, and OpTic Gaming has not finished. They haven't won a tournament in over an entire year since 2012. And if you're gonna win a tournament, this is the one. Like,
this is the one you want, man.
I mean, Complexity, you can win everything you want. We won more money than you in one day. I mean, and Nate Shot doesn't care anyway. I mean, it's just, going to double his salary for the year. But I think that
for the month.
Yeah. Well, I remember who was it when he got hacked and they were tweeting out his like how much he makes off of YouTube or something. It was like 10
That
G's
was
a month or
crazy.
something.
Yeah, his analytics.
Oh, that was ridiculous. I would love to see that. I was like, that's not even my views. It was like, what? This dude is making so much.
Yeah,
I was kind of shocked. All
That's
right,
like me working full time. Damn.
so are you guys pretty much convinced Trident Daughters gets taken down by EnVyus tomorrow?
I'm not convinced of anything. I think anything can happen.
I gotta agree with Hitch with that. Like, you can't predict anything anymore, except complexity.
That's what I always say to people, especially in this game. I feel like if this was Black Ops 2, we would be able to make solid predictions. Cause
yeah, but then you had Hardpoint. Hardpoint was a lot easier game to predict than Domination. Domination's 50-50. Hardpoint, like when Impact and EnVyus brought out the EMPs at COD Champs last year, like all the other teams were like,
What the heck?
Well, what is this?
Yeah.
Like, so.
When what happened? Say that one more time.
They brought out the EMPs.
Impact and EnVyus were the only teams at Champs last year to be using EMPs. PewDiePie.
Oh, you're reading my.
I'm reading the chat. I got.
Yeah, they're all talking about PewDiePie. I said he makes 10K a minute. I don't. That guy. You guys heard about his offer that he got from like Disney or something?
Yeah, I heard about that.
What the heck? Like, isn't that like the opposite of who you want on Disney? I mean, I haven't watched his stuff, but I don't. What does he do? Is he a Disney?
He makes people laugh.
Loud voices.
Makes really loud voices.
Oh, so he could actually have a Disney show and it would be legit and clean.
Probably.
I think
as long as there's a snowman involved, anything can happen.
I'm imagining though that I've seen him like in his underwear before in one of his videos.
Whoa,
probably have.
Yeah, and that's when I stopped watching.
I want to say he was in like a diaper once. I could be. I've only watched like 2 of his videos, and I was like, really? But yeah, I don't get what you kids watch these days. I'm too old for that.
What is this hat you're wearing, Hitch? Somebody's
Hitch is not wearing an extra small hat.
Hitch
I just have an extra
Hitch has a fro. He has a big
hat.
Oh my god!
I think they're just mad that you haven't taken the price tag off of it yet.
That's true.
That's like swagadocious though, isn't that like what you're supposed to do? Like
Spurg.
I guess that's what all the cool kids are doing.
You took the price tag off your hats, Fatty?
Well, what's up? What? Yeah, I don't want that stuff.
We just saw your hair, by the way.
Hey, it's
I don't
beautiful.
know. Goalie hair. Like, Goalie actually has hair too, you know.
Oh god.
Does this thing have a price tag right here?
What kind of hat is it though?
No, that's not a price tag.
What kind of hat is it? What is it? A team hat? What kind of hat is that? You got Hitch.
Oh, it's the team hat.
What team?
For the NC State Wolfpack.
They didn't give you any
Go Gamecocks.
They didn't give you any envy like paraphernalia.
No, dude, I didn't get. No, I was gonna ask for a monster, but I didn't want to overstep. So
you didn't even ask for a monster.
No,
I would have just took one.
I would
have went right in the fridge.
Man, we just hit 1K.
Been wearing the OpTic jersey.
We just hit 1K. What? Okay, I'm tweeting that out.
Wait, I have a monster hat. Is that what you're talking about? I spaced out because I just noticed we hit 1K. So
we hit
1K. I kind of had a mini aneurysm.
Hype.
1K hype. Let's go.
How do you spell what?
Want.
Want?
Yeah, it was want.
We need to kill a soundboard right now.
Spelling want for my son James. Say hi, James.
What's up, James?
All right, get out of
here.
That was Smiting Fatty talking to you. Go watch it.
W-A-N-T.
Hold
up.
We
were talking about.
I'm tweeting out real quick. I'm tweeting.
OpTic and Cole, weren't we originally?
Yes. Throw some questions in the chat. We were talking about the fact that you guys said Trident Daughters is not, EnVyus is not a shoo-in to win that match, and I asked you guys about the losers bracket semi. So if EnVyus goes up against, I didn't think you guys had a prediction for EnVyus versus SB or FaZe. You said it's up in the air. So
I think EnVyus, they're so kind of streaky. Like they lose to people they shouldn't, but they beat people that, you know, I guess they kind of shouldn't, but should, if that makes sense. It all depends on what they do, and if Rambo mixes stuff up like he did with that whole Bulldog deal, I think they're gonna win, and I think they could actually give Strictly Business or FaZe a run for their money, you know, as long. But I think that whole FaZe EnVyus thing, I think that'll that'll be something to watch, man. I don't. There's no way I would say either one of them would win, but it's all about those role players and who ends up getting the most hype and who's the most pissed off. So we'll see how they do it.
Do you guys feel sometimes like, and I'm just gonna be honest, like, do you feel sometimes like it's really hard to explain how Envy wins their matches?
Yeah.
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 Like they just win. You're like, what happened? Like, who did something? Did somebody get a lot of kills? Like,
they're such a solid squad. They don't have that one. I mean, everyone always talks about it. They don't have that one like playmaker or huge slayer. You know, they just win. Yeah. They just know how to win. It's crazy. And
well,
I always.
It's kind of like TK before they're kind of like TK before they got rid of Neslo in a sense. Like they still had Goonjar, but like yeah, you're right. They don't have that one main slayer. Yeah. They're such a solid team that if one of them goes off, they should win every game.
Right. Well, if one of them has a bad game, the other three pick them up. And I think that's all pretty much held together by Theory. Theory does a lot of things that people don't give him credit for.
You mean did a lot of things?
Yeah, did, does, do. But
I'm just being a jerk.
Thanks.
Don't mind me.
No, but I think like EnVyus is a lot the same. But I think sometimes they have times where nobody's really doing anything. And then other times where it's like, holy crap, Merc and Nameless are going off at the same time. And other times, Rambo, he's just making sneaky plays, especially on, something like Blitz. So it just depends on the day, I guess.
So they're asking in the stream who has the toughest, if OpTic wins a respawn, they will beat Complexity. Who has the toughest road to winning the tournament right now?
Let me pull up my bracket real quick.
From
where they're at.
Oh.
I would say daughters.
I would say FaZe. Well, FaZe are daughters, yeah.
Yeah.
FaZe.
Well, let's see. FaZe had to play Immunity. They 3-0'd them. Then played Epsilon 3-1. Then got 1-3'd by Complexity. So if they came back and beat Trident Daughters, and then not Trident, Strictly Business. That's
they have to get past Strictly Business, which like
it's not
FaZe
easy.
Can run 4 subs, but they're not as good of it or get it at as Strictly Business. Can't speak, but
so I guess it just depends on the maps they play, because if they do the whole like 2-2 where they got JCap and Proofy running those ARs, they can do some work, especially on a map like Freight.
But if they end up playing a map like Sovereign Dom where a 4-sub team like Strictly Business could just dominate them on a map like Sovereign. So we'll see what the maps are tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you guys think TK is doing right now?
Sitting there watching.
You watching me playing?
Do you go to? If you're TK, do you go to the event tomorrow?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, because
like if you've never placed out of top 4 and you lose in the first round of the losers bracket.
Yeah,
I would just go to see the main stage.
And I mean, it's almost like you want to save face. You don't want everybody to think you're so salty. At least a couple of them will have to be there. Jimmy will have to be there. But you also want to support the thing that's helping pay for you. That it's their job. They need to support everything around them. So
yeah. I feel like you got to support the North American teams as well. I mean, I saw somebody from TK tweet saying that he's going to go cheer on Complexity now.
Well, I thought that, I saw Formal said he wants Saints in the finals. So he wants, he wants them to get through. So somebody asked, who would you say is your MVP? Why do they keep saying Blaze? I don't see him in here. They asked, who is your MVP of day 2? Who would you guys have?
Are we counting Complexity people? Or no?
Yes, we're counting Complexity people.
Because I mean, I feel like nobody can say. I don't know.
Do you think they did that good? I mean, the stats you gave. What was the stats you gave for Proofy? What was that?
He's up there. Hold on. Let me get to it.
KD.
Oh, that's the wrong page. I got like so many pages up. It's crazy.
I mean, I've got.
Do you want to put that in the chat, please?
Yeah, throw it in the chat. I've got like a couple memorable moments through my head, but I don't know about MVPs.
What were your memorable moments?
Well, like those went off pretty much every game. I mean, obviously, STiKS went nuts that first game against FaZe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was 1-7, and I tweeted out, "You're not a part of the club," and then he finished 15-13, and then went like 17-6 the next game.
Wait, who is that?
STiKS.
Wow.
Like I just retweeted. Never mind.
And like Apathy went crazy. They weren't even showing Apathy on the stream, and then they would like switch to him, and he was like triple positive. Like that happened like 3 times today.
You got that nade shot love. Jerd was doing pretty good. Whoever put King Jerd in the chat.
Jerd was doing real well with that breadstick. Tommy, yes.
Tommy and Swanee.
Yeah,
Swanee
was that I was so mad that Epsilon didn't get through. Like I really wanted to see that happen, and I think that it's good that daughters are in there, but if they don't make it, I guess we're gonna see.
And everybody keeps talking about Nameless's 1v3. That thing. Were y'all watching it live?
That was insane.
I was like jumping up and down. It was crazy. Because I was watching the OpTic game, and then I just happened to glance down because I was watching it on my laptop and the TV. I just happened to glance down, and I saw Nameless go nuts. It was crazy.
Is this right? STiKS has a 1.41 KD.
Yep. What? So look at Dito is 1.4.
STiKS and Dito has a 1.4.
STiKS is
like
aggressive.
Crim 6 is 1.39, just right behind him. That's
then
Karma is 1.36.
Complexity, goodness.
Like Karma had the highest KD at Columbus, and that was a 1.21, right? Like
yeah, but they haven't played enough maps yet. Yeah, they need to play some more maps because they've only played what 20. You said
that's insane though. A 1.41 KD. Like I didn't have that in league play last year.
Hey, I give $7. Stop spamming Nate Shot's 9-piece.
Did y'all see that though? I mean, I hate to give him credit, but did y'all see? Did y'all see his 9-piece?
I didn't see it. What did he do?
It was crazy. They were playing. Who did they play? Their last game. Their very last game.
Somebody says Study has a 1.5 in search.
Crap. Who'd they play?
Who? OpTic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trident Daughters?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
That's who they played last before they got.
Okay. Yeah, that's who it was. He was on Strike Zone with the MTAR, and they just stayed on him for a good probably 30 seconds, and he just kept destroying everyone. It was crazy.
Dang, I'm actually sad I didn't see that. Hopefully they're gonna put all these videos.
Yeah, you'll see it again. That was crazy. They were like screaming. Man, it was nuts.
Oh, Blaze is not on here to those of you guys asking because he's not home. So you can tweet at him and be like, "Why aren't you home?"
This is crazy. Study has a 1.55 KD in S&D.
Let me give a shout out to this guy.
The 11 maps is a 1.55.
I love Kingdom Soldier.
That sniper out during S&D.
He was shutting down Formal on Octane today.
Who, Study?
Yeah.
Do you think what is that noise? Is somebody typing? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine. No,
I don't know what you're talking about. No,
it's his girlfriend. Tell your girlfriend to stop.
Stop typing.
She's not.
Stop with the Facebook.
Y'all are ridiculous.
No, I'm not doing the nade shot dance. When it gets to 2,000 viewers, I'll do the nade shot.
Oh no, don't say that. I'm not doing the nade shot dance.
I'll do it. I don't care.
Okay. Base God Chris says they're 14-0 in respawn. I'm pretty sure, I think these are accurate. So thanks for calling.
Clay has a 1.86 in S&D.
That's 1.86. Where'd you see that?
Who does?
Clayster. That's what this. Somebody just typed it in the chat.
Oh, I don't see that.
Not on this list.
On here is 1.43.
He was hoping.
Tommy has the best through 6 games, and that's 1.8.
Who's played the most S&Ds on there?
Looks like EnVy
looks like EnVy has
And
played
who-
11
they go
S&D
to
maps.
5. Yeah.
And what
Nameless
studies?
is up there.
KD?
Oh.
They had to play an extra S&D to actually qualify for bracket play, didn't they?
Yep. It was 3 teams that had to play. It was them, Immunity, and I don't remember the other team. Was it TCM?
No, because TCM made it to bracket play.
It was them, Immunity, and another team, and they had to play. Basically, they had to play 2 one and dones, and whichever team basically lost was out. So
that was probably one of my biggest memories of today was what was it?
It was Tech.
FaZe going up. Was it FaZe going up against Immunity? And Proofy got the 1 kill, and then JCap got a double kill to finish it off. Weren't they?
Oh yeah.
JCap's double. That was crazy.
Yeah, is that today or yesterday?
That was yesterday.
I took.
I can't even keep track.
I took a nap today, and it just wasn't good.
So I'll honestly say that my most memorable moment. We're gonna shut down the stream soon, guys, and we'll put this VOD up on my channel. And I think Hitch is gonna use some clips or something for something on UMG. But I think my most memorable moment, sad but true, is TK getting 3-0'd by OpTic Gaming.
Oh, that's
I just never. There's nothing in me ever. Like, you guys know who Alpaca is, right? Dude that does
Alpaca.
Yeah. So he tweeted out, he said, my dream is that OpTic would beat TK, and who was EnVy playing at that moment? Because he said his dream was
EnVy was playing Strictly Business.
Yeah, the OpTic would beat TK and EnVy would beat SB, and I said, well, no, he didn't say my dream, he said, I hope. And I said, wake up, you're dreaming. And EnVy got 3-1 by SB, but I was literally, my mouth dropped open when I saw that TK was even in danger of getting 3-0'd. And I was like, how is this team on LAN getting blasted by OpTic? Like, OpTic's a good squad. Like, I trust, to be honest, I trust their roster more than most. But they just haven't proven that they can actually play to their roster's ability. And I think that's what they've done this tournament. And when they lost in that last pool play match against Epsilon, I was like, okay, this is the OpTic Gaming I expected to show up.
Yeah.
Then they got into bracket play and just went bananas. They just, like, it was a new. I remember Fearcrats tweeted out. He was like, "Where the heck? What is this OpTic Gaming?
Yeah.
Where's this OpTic Gaming?
Where's this OpTic Gaming come from?" But if you're gonna show
they
up,
pulled a complexity and made everyone look like they were washed in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. It's crazy. Everybody keeps saying stuff like that, but I mean, they played okay at regionals. They did what they had to do, qualified. But other than that, we haven't seen this team on LAN. And the only other time we've seen them on LAN is against Strictly Business, and they actually played really, really well against Strictly Business. I don't know if people were really paying attention, you know?
Well, I think
that helped them out a lot.
Go ahead, Fatty. What?
Well, I was going to say, I think that helped them out. And to go to TK's defense, I see it a lot in the chat. And this is something the casters mentioned right before the game was, OpTic had been playing and TK was coming in not playing. They hadn't warmed up, and they really need to get a warm-up station. So, but that's the only thing for TK. TK, it doesn't seem like they ever play good at the beginning of the day, except for in Philly when they started off at like 8 in the morning on Sunday and rolled all the way through the losers bracket. But
that was craziest.
Could that come into effect with the team? Would the team that wins the winners bracket championship and sits in the winners or in the championship match, would they not even have a warm up station to play on while all the other losers bracket matches are going on?
I bet they will still.
They have stations somewhere because FaZe was tweeting out Team Scrim during pool play yesterday.
Okay.
What?
So they have to have. I don't know if they were saying Team Scrim for someone that's here, but either way, that's proof that there is a warm-up station somewhere. Like, there's somewhere where they can play without. And I think I saw they were saying that OpTic Gaming was warming up before they got introduced when they first played in pool play. And so I think that there's got to be a place for them to warm up. Especially
but they were warming up actually in the main stage booth.
But FaZe wouldn't have been running scrims in there. Like, I mean, Classic tweeted out. I saw him. Classic tweeted. He said, and I was like, Team Scrim? How's that even possible? You're at COD Champs. But
they got Xbox hooked up on the internet Wi-Fi or the hotel Wi-Fi.
Yeah, there you go.
It's on an iPhone hotspot.
Well, I thought it was kind of funny. I thought it was kind of funny that Hex tweeted out a picture of him, Diesel, and OpTic J sitting in a hotel room, and he tweeted and he said, "Fwiz, stop casting and come join your team." And I was like, why wouldn't they be at the event? Like, why are they in the hotel watching everything on a TV when they could be there watching it live? Like, I thought that was kind of weird. Like, if I was even in the remote, like, if I was if I was 10 miles from COD Champs, I almost called it OpTic Champs. That's funny. If I was like, if I was 10 miles from COD Champs, I would go sit outside. Like, I would just chill outside of the venue and
camp outside,
watch it on my phone or something. Watch it stream on mobile. So, what do you guys think about this thing that I guess there's every day that they've been doing COD Champs? There's been these Twitch streams that people are doing, and they're not taking them down for some reason. But I saw, Alpaca tweeted it earlier. He said, "I found an OpTic stream for you guys on Twitch." Yesterday during pool play, there was a stream on Twitch, and all they did was, I think it was Esports Nation and Esports Now tweeted out that it wasn't official, and that they and I think it was because there was no commercials, and that's why people want to watch Twitch. Because
a lot of people just like the Twitch better, the chat's
like the Twitch
better.
Chat.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the chat right now. This is like, you don't get this on MLG.
You don't get this on MLG.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's better, but what is Disciple talking about?
Somebody said it was talking crap. I don't know.
Oh, because I said that
he's
OpTic
protecting
is
you, bro.
Complexity.
Yeah, he got your back.
Like a butt crack.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. If they win, but you remember, if they win, come back and talk to me. So I'm trying to look at the chat.
One thing that I wanted you talked about Hex and them being at their hotel. It's kind of shocking when you see Hex and anybody from OpTic come in, because all of a sudden all these 12-year-olds and 50-year-olds go up and want autographs. So it's like, I can understand why he would want to sit in the hotel watching, just because of that. It's kind of like in Philly, Hitch, you probably saw it. He was mobbed a couple times where it's like Jeff has to walk around and say, "Everybody back away."
Yeah, they were all mobbed.
Yeah,
really?
It's crazy. Oh yeah, we had to like rope off stuff, and
we had to put them in like their own little corner to play one time, because like if they played in the pool plays, like where all the pool play stations were, or not the pool play, like the open bracket or whatever, where they were all playing, there would be a mob. 50 to 100 people crowded in these little tiny alleys trying to watch them play, and it was just it was crazy. So we had to like block off a little section just so they could fit at their station. It was
Hex is
it's crazy how many people it's crazy how many people show up just to see them.
Yeah, but he's a cool guy. I mean, you should see how many like hands he shakes and autographs he signs. I mean, he's probably one of the most genuine people I've ever met. He's always nice to me. Actually remembered who I was when I went to Anaheim and met everybody for the first time. Like, called me by name. I was like, whoa, because we always tweeted about smoothies because we have smoothies. No, I'm serious though. Like, I made a smoothie one day and tweeted it to him. He's like, "Oh, that's cool," and blah blah blah.
Hey, Scump's butthole. Watch the language in the chat.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a word.
Somebody delete his message. Thank you. Oh, so I will. Before we're gonna close down the stream soon because we got like 7 minutes. But whoever can put the name of my first YouTube video in the chat first, I will mod you.
Google search. Go.
Have fun.
Go chat.
I have over 300 videos.
Unlisted.
No, it's not. It's in there. It was I was about to say.
It's this one.
Like it's this one. Smoothies, Base God. Oh my god.
That's right. Smoothies.
All right.
Smoothies
so
are awesome.
Last prediction of the day: who wins Call of Duty championships? Goalie.
Actually, should be who takes top 3. Let's do top 3.
No, I want to know who wins. Tell me. You get one name. You don't get a top three. Name one team.
One name. Complexity.
Okay.
I said complexity.
Oh, somebody got it.
What is it?
It's gone.
MW3 TDM Village?
Yeah.
Good job, the Extreme Blaze.
Hey.
That's, whoa. He blazes Extreme Light.
27-9. Oh, they're going crazy with this MW3. Man, I probably Jeez. All right, Hitch.
Benson wins. That's right, Benson does win every time.
Fatty said complexity. What did you say, Hitch? Who's winning Call of Duty Championship?
Go with an underdog. Come on, just for us.
Go with SB.
Dude, I don't even know.
I'm
just gonna go.
Oh, cousin James, what's up, bro? You're gonna go with complexity?
Yeah, you have to.
What is this?
You
Garbage.
can't not do it.
I should just go with OpTic to make people mad. No, go ahead, Fatty. What were you gonna say?
I'll say EnVyus second.
Really?
Really?
So Envy complexity in the finals?
No, well,
they'd have to be.
Yeah, that would have to be.
You're like, no, they're gonna skip over Strictly Business.
Like, if I could have my dream,
That was funny, Fatty.
Envy second, and they're not in the finals.
If you could have your dream, what would happen? OpTic Envy?
OpTic Envy. I think that'd be awesome. Or TK.
The only way that would happen is if
I deserve that.
EnVyus would have to beat Daughters, then it'd have to beat Strictly Business or FaZe, and Complexity, and then they would have to beat Complexity.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's not.
That'd be like the hardest road.
If that happens and then they don't get first, I would feel sorry for them.
Then Rambo would retire.
But they haven't played OpTic, right? So they would have a fresh. They would have a fresh game. There would be no best of 11. It would be. Or how would it be best of 11 still?
Is it continuous?
Well, there's no continuation if they haven't played them, right?
Foremost cocky.
Yeah.
Right?
Huh.
Yeah, obviously.
If they haven't played them, there can't be continuation. So.
Yeah, it'd be best of. Wow.
It couldn't be best of 5. They would probably.
They'd make it a best of 7. Then.
There's got to be rules somewhere. But that would be great if OpTic or Complexity even went up against a team that they haven't played.
Yeah.
That would be more entertaining for me. I hate the whole thing where they have to do continuation. And even though EnVyus, did the amazing last year and brought it to Game 11.
Impact? You mean Impact?
No, EnVyus did the amazing by bringing it all the way to Game 11 against Impact.
I thought Envy was up last year.
What do you mean?
Am I wrong? I thought Envy.
They beat Impact last year?
down to the losers bracket.
Because
Impact and OpTic played after OpTic beat Complexity.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right.
Because remember, Skunk got the 3-piece on Complexity, and they went and played Impact.
Everybody remembers that.
Everybody remembers that.
I remember that.
Who remembers Proofy? Who remembers Proofy shooting Killa like 30 times, and Killa just ate every bullet at the end of that S&D game?
Oh, that? Oh.
The end. That was crazy.
That was a great end.
What do you guys think about What do you guys think about Killa all day today tweeting Greenwall and?
He's hilarious, man. Killa is the best.
He is the man. I tried to get him on here. In all reality, Goalie is right about best of 7. I think is what they're saying.
Okay. Or about Impact and stuff.
What about
so yeah, they're saying best of 7 if they haven't played. Otherwise, it's 11.
Somebody said Killa's a warrior even on land. Where did LV finish in this tournament?
They finished first.
That's so sad. Like, honestly, I tweeted out earlier. I was so serious. Like, the fact that when I looked at the bracket when it was first made, the minute that pool play was over, I looked at the bracket and I was like, who's missing? I was like, FaZe, OpTic, and I was dead serious. I'm staring at it like, what team got knocked out? And to think that they didn't even, that's just awkward for me. Like,
they took top 33, man. Took top 33.
Wow. That's unfortunate.
Top 30.
Fatty's like, I'm not going to laugh at this because I'm going to cover my mouth. I'm appalled at what you guys are saying about LV. Those are my boys.
No, but I really wrote it. I wrote an article when they lost, saying a year ago, like if we would have had a bet and said, these guys at Impact, not only are they not going to win next year, they're not even going to be the same team, and they're not even going to make it to champs. Anybody would have bet me $1,000. Even if it was like, if you win, you get 10. If I win, I get 1,000. You would still take that bet.
Yeah, in a second.
Yeah.
There's no way I would have thought that. But I can be honest with you that I think I don't hate. I truly believe that if Nameless was on the team, if they didn't make all those crazy moves they made, like getting Ricky from OpTic and all this kind of stuff, like it was obvious that those guys could not play together. And I think they threw fuel to the fire. They needed. I think Nameless he probably argued with them just as much, but he had that. He even has it on Envy. You hear him do it when you watch them play and do listenings. You hear Nameless kind of be like, "Come on, guys, let's just let's do this." Like even when he gets mad, he has this weird calm voice, even when he's pissed. And so, but when Miracles gets mad, when Killa gets mad, they yell like at the top of their lungs. Yeah. And then you have Ricky antagonizing, kind of getting in there like, "Shut up, Chris!" And Parasite is just like, he's like, guys, no. He doesn't even yell. Like he's just sitting there trying, and then he yells when he's like, "Shut up!" But like Miracles will yell at the top of his lungs when he's pissed, and because he takes this game so seriously. He's a young guy. He hates losing with a passion. But I can't even. Can you guys imagine a guy like imagine if Scump yelled like that? Like he has it in him. He has the potential to yell. He just doesn't do it. But imagine if Scump yelled like it would fracture what OpTic Gaming has. And I think one of the things that makes those guys that helps them that I used in my prediction for regionals that didn't pan out was that they know how to like smile through everything. And I think part of it is just you look like Clayster with your hat like that when you turn to the side goalie.
I'm the
Clayster fan. Oh. But I think that they have this may sound stupid, but in reality, like you're loved when you walk in the building. Like, and you guys just said it, Fatty, Hitch, you just said it. When you walk in the building, you are like, dang, I just walked in. People are screaming imbos, and they want my signature, and like this is crazy. And I can't wait to see the white jerseys tomorrow. But it's like there's something that I don't know if you guys have ever done that. Like me as a youth pastor, sometimes when I walk in, people are all excited to see me, and so I get these kids jumping on me and stuff. And I can imagine that's what it's like to be an OpTic. It's like kids jumping on you all the time, like, "Hey, Nate, give me your autograph!" Yeah. And so it's a weird feeling. You get like. Even when I come home and my own kids jump on me, and Fatty, I'm sure you know what this is like. It's like there's a special feeling. Now imagine 100 of little kids like just running up to you and that want to just shake your hand and tell you you're amazing, and then you go play Call of Duty. Like you're so pumped, Like they have juice. It's the OpTic juice. They have juice that nobody else has, And I think Envy has it a little bit, which has helped them. That's what makes them win when it seems like they shouldn't. But I think that the OpTic juice goes far beyond Twitch and YouTube and all that kind of stuff. And I couldn't believe that on stream, I don't know if it was Fwiz or Puckett that was like, social media, they're amazing. He's like, Nadeshot actually has over 500,000 followers on Twitter. And I was like, did he just, like, wow, that's where we are with competitive gaming? Like, you get shout outs to how many Twitter followers you have? Yeah, I mean, I guess, but Nadeshot's got a lot. He's got more than most, and so I think if I had to say who's gonna win, I wish I could just not. Since I'm like the host, I wish I could just say I'm not gonna choose. You guys type in the chat who's gonna win. Who's gonna win tomorrow? The whole thing. Like, don't give me top 3. Who's gonna win the entire tournament? Oh gosh, this is hard. SB, I think, is gonna. Oh, jeez.
I think SB has a chance.
SB and FaZe.
Like Hitch said earlier, they're a bunch of slayers. But, obviously from the stats, complexity.
If SB beats FaZe, I think they beat EnVyus, but.
OpTic.
Oh, that's all.
I saw one FaZe. OpTic or SB.
OpTic and.
I'm gonna say FaZe and EnVyus are gonna face each other in the
First LV,
semis.
there we go. We gotta get that.
The Miami Heat.
FaZe.
Lightning Pandas.
The Miami Heat. I'm gonna say FaZe and EnVyus face off in the semis.
Benson.
FaZe goes up against Complexity.
OpTic or die. Oh boy. Trident. See,
I'm gonna
Trident.
I'm gonna say Complexity wins, and they win from behind.
That's
really.
Yep, I'm gonna say they get back into the. I think Hitch said it earlier. The OpTic would do the same, but I'm just gonna flip it and say Complexity loses to OpTic Gaming. Everybody shocks. They shock the world, and they sit there forever, like you said, trying to warm up. And then Complexity wins the losers bracket finals against either FaZe or EnVyus or something like that, and then they go up against OpTic and they fight their way back and they win. They were unsuccessful at regionals, and this is the same type of bracket. I think they actually are going to be successful in this tournament. Cole R. Strong. What is this they're typing? What is that?
They're going in.
What are these lines that I'm seeing?
That's OpTic.
Hey, you can't do that.
That's what it says?
Yeah,
Old man, come on.
Evil is going to win champs. Wow.
Oh boy.
I'm seeing the Minnesota Vikings, which I completely agree with.
Wow.
So.
Well, all right. So,
yeah.
Oh, you have something to say, Petty?
Well, I was gonna say the Minnesota Vikings.
Seattle Supersonics. There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
What?
Let's go.
You mean? Or wait, no. Where are they? Oklahoma.
Disciple, don't start banning people. You're gonna get me. People are gonna be yelling at me on Twitter. All right, so we're about to get off, and we'll be back on tomorrow. I'm pretty sure Fatty and Hitch will be on, and then I'm gonna try to get one of the pro players that's been eliminated, if I can. Unfortunately, a good number of the ones that have been eliminated follow me on Twitter, so I'll try to see who I can get on here. And you guys make sure to. I'm sure you're gonna watch COD Champs. Make sure to come back to the stream tomorrow. Justine. Yep, she's gonna win. Kevin Durant. Oh my God.
If that's it, it's Fwiz.
Barack Obama. All right, there we go. Jacksonville Jaguar.
Fwiz is the winner because
I can't believe Fwiz tweeted out a picture of her. Like, did you guys see that picture?
Yeah.
Just of her butt.
One?
Of I just seen. She tweeted out a picture. I was like, and it got like 256 retweets. I was like, what is he doing? If I were her, I would kill him. I mean, I'm just saying, my wife would slap me right on stream. I'd be casting a game, and she would just walk up and slap me in the face. I just thought that was she was in like the bathroom, just standing there looking at herself, and he took a picture and then he tweeted it out. I was like,
I gotta look at his recent picture.
Yeah. Fatty's, it was Burns off was now I'm getting everybody going on Twitter looking for it. Burns off was on Twitter, and slow down, guys, stop running. Burns off was on Twitter, and he was like, what did he say? He said, Quiz just, he said he set me back or something like that, or he made me pause with that tweet, and I was like, what is he talking about? And I scrolled, and I was like, oh my goodness. Like, what is this roaster changes? I don't, what?
Roaster changes.
Roaster changes.
Oh my God,
Fatty needs his fat material. No thanks,
Lord. All right, that means it's time to get off of here.
Yeah.
Thanks for getting us over 1,000, guys. It was a lot of fun. You can stay in the chat, talk to each other, and be crazy. Make sure to follow the stream. I see 347 of you have. Make sure you guys follow the stream, and we'll be back on tomorrow. Peace out to you guys. Thanks a lot for coming on. Appreciate it. And this will be up on my channel at some point. I'll try to get it up tonight.
Awesome.
All right. Peace out, stream.